Jesus. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Stupid. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You look like Napoleon Dynamite. Like greasy, on drugs, on drugs.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, on drugs.
On drugs. Okay.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the Golden Corral podcast. This is the only podcast that takes place inside of a Golden Corral. I'm your host, Mackenzie Jewell, and I'm an official representative of Golden Corral. Who we have with us today, Mr. Bob Morrissey.
All
So
right.
how does it feel to be here, Bob?
Great.
We're here at Golden Corral.
Uh-huh.
Talk me through your plate.
I wanted to put together the saddest plate possible of
Yeah.
chicken, and then I added some sweet potatoes. Looks like cat food.
Yellow residue.
Got some boiled beans
Yeah.
and a little bit of, I think some of the grease is dried,
Yeah.
but we're going to chow down later.
Here you
We're gonna
go.
have a little meal.
Chow down.
I already ate some cabbage and carrots,
Yeah.
and corn, and some potatoes,
I
and
ate
some
salad.
salad. You had some cheese salad. You had a
Big
cheese and meat
cheese.
salad.
A lot of big cheese.
A lot of bacon, half a pound of bacon.
Can we talk about big cheese for a second?
Big cheese?
The big cheese companies.
No.
What are big cheese? Big cheese is crazy because they're trying to take down big milk.
Who has more commercials, cheese or milk?
I don't know. I guess probably.
Behold the power of cheese. Do they still do that?
Do they still do Got Milk?
Yeah, I don't know. Those are
Yeah.
both 90s things to sound like the movie Babe.
Babe.
All right.
Babe
Is
is
this
a
what
big
you
city.
wanted to do for your whole life? Was a podcast about
Yeah.
the Golden Corral?
So, well, I'm an official representative of Golden Corral. So
Yeah.
Golden Corral Corp told me, just do a podcast. And I'm thinking, well, if you look at this wall right here, it says U.S. military appreciation.
Oh, that's what you wanted to bring me here for, because I'm a veteran.
He's a veteran.
I'm a veteran.
So
I fought in the war.
you fought in a war.
Yeah.
Which one?
Iraq War,
Iraq.
2003.
Did it rock? Did
Did the camera
it
catch
rock?
that? Did the camera catch
Did it
that?
rock? Did
Did-
it rock? Rock? Did it rock? Rocking it rock?
Okay. No, it was a terrible experience, full of death and despair, and kind of
Yeah,
like
sucks.
grief and there's no solace. Really, wake up screaming, middle of the night after all these years.
the
Never gotten
camps.
over it. PTSD
Yeah.
kind of crippled my life. Like I'm just 45 years old and I'm just like kind of nowhere.
You're not
And,
nowhere.
Yeah, well,
You're not nowhere. You're good. You just had this art
I'm gonna
exhibit.
avoid. I'm gonna avoid.
Like in Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
You're going through the rooms. What's in your rooms, like inside Thunderbolts? When they're in
Anybody
the
see
dark?
Thunderbolts?
Any Thunderbolts? Any just big Thunderbolts?
Yeah, we were just getting into Thunderbolts. Yeah, it was nothing personal.
Let's get down to the nuts and bolts
Okay.
of war and trauma. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have where's your first gay experience?
It was before I was in the Army. I went to a party with my Columbia College Chicago friends were
Yeah.
there, and I was like 19, and there's this like 27-year-old grad student guy
Okay.
that was a friend of a friend of a friend at the party,
Yeah.
and we both got a little too like wasted, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't go home, and then we're like, let's sleep together. Okay, let's one bed. Let's
Oh,
let's share it. Okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
And I was like not ready to be gay yet, so I just sort of like sat next to him, and then he put his hand on my hip, and I just like held his hand on my hip, but I didn't let anything else happen.
That's
'Cause
not
I
your
was
first
so-
gay experience.
It's just, that was the most I was able to deal with at
Yeah.
the time. Was
Yeah.
like, because I was like, I don't want to cross the threshold. I don't want to actually be gay. I can't do that. To
I know
myself.
what you're saying.
I don't want my family to know that I do this. I
Yeah.
can't let this be me.
So
I
we
don't
just have
like
to-
gay people. I didn't like. Okay, bitch.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, we're not
I'm like
that
a gay
type.
guy who wears regular clothes.
You have an
I
AC/DC
yeah,
shirt
I'm
on.
wearing an AC/DC shirt, and I'm a gay guy.
Yeah.
And I was in the war.
Yeah. So that makes you
And-
actually kind of an alpha gay. You're kind of like an
Ugh.
alpha gay. You're kind of like, yeah, I'll
I don't
take
know.
some
I'll accept my beta status now. I was an alpha gay for a while.
See, now
I
that's
was
the
doing pretty
threshold.
good.
I don't want to cross the threshold of admitting
Just
I'm a beta.
realizing you're not as good as you want to be.
No.
Like, you're not as good as you'll ever want to be.
Yeah. Well, but we just got to keep working towards it. And
I mean, at least you want to be better.
and that's very commendable.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
commendable.
It's
But no, so did you have any gay experiences in the army?
They were both kind of like muted, this one guy overseas was like doing this stuff that was like supposed to be funny, or it's like prancing around in his underwear going, "This is the new army uniform, Bob."
Oh yeah.
And like he was being all sexy and stuff.
Was it like tidy whities
and
or boxers?
They were like, boxer briefs, but he was like bending over and stuff. And,
Yeah.
like, being aggressively like hypersexual as a joke, like to be like a, like funny.
but really it was
like, straight guys do.
No, yeah, like they do.
Like,
Because when I was doing TikToks as a kid,
Yeah.
I would always do cross-dressing and just like blatantly make fun of women. And I'll have like a wig on and be like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm wearing scrunchies on my wrists," but really I just wanted to get dressed all femme.
yeah.
Yeah. So I feel that kind of projection.
When I was mowing the lawn when I was 10 years old at my house in Park Ridge, Illinois, I'm the youngest of 7 kids. And so the boys and the girls had different chores.
Yeah.
And I had to mow the lawn, and that was like a boy chore. And I was
Yeah.
like, I wish I was a girl, so I didn't have to mow the lawn.
That's why I relate to non-binary, because I don't want to wash the dishes, but I also don't want to mow the lawn.
Yeah. At least you have a lawn.
Yeah.
A
lot of people don't have a lawn.
Yeah, I'll never have a lawn.
You know
as
how
an
hard
adult.
it is to get a lawn these days?
Yeah, you know how rich you have to be to own a house with a lawn of any kind?
Yeah.
Like to have a mower?
Yeah.
Like, and
I
a
like-
place to put it?
I like
My God.
you kind of got like this dungeon apartment that's pretty cool.
Uh,
It's like blacked out. It feels like it's a basement, but it's not. It's above ground.
It's got wood paneling, like
Wood
fake
paneling.
wood paneling walls.
I was taking a shit in your toilet today, and I was looking at your cat cardboard thing.
I have like a
It was like 3D.
I have a collage I made to look like a cat.
It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
It was really cool. That's really
I'm an
cool.
artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was your exhibit that you went to last week? Because you did an interesting thing.
Yeah. I sold a painting.
What painting? Do you have a picture of the painting?
For the podcast?
Yeah.
Well, okay, will it show?
Yeah, just put it there.
Right there. All right.
Does my hair look bad? Do I really
Picture
look like
my,
I'm strung out like Napoleon Dynamite? Do I look like I'm on drugs?
Yeah.
What? Thanks.
That's the painting I painted that sold at the Temple
Let me see.
Cultural Arts Center in Temple, Texas.
Wait, let me see.
And there's a lady bought it, and I don't want to say how much I sold it for, but I could have gotten a better price.
Well, let
I
me
could have
see. Let me-
bargained. Like,
let me-
she's like, how much?
Oh.
How
okay.
much for the
No,
cat?
I think she probably, whatever it is, she probably.
She's like, I'm obsessed with the cat. How much for the cat? And I just
Yeah.
like named a price. What I should have asked was, what's your budget?
What's your budget?
That's how you negotiate.
Yeah.
And I missed my mark. I could have gotten like 5 times more than I got if I would have
What'd
just
you give
said.
it to her for like $20?
I gave it for like $1. No, I didn't want to say how much. But
Oh,
like,
but
yeah,
it was
yeah,
$1?
it's private. That's confidential. There's like
Okay.
some lines I don't cross.
Okay, no, that's real.
There's
that's
like
real.
things
Sorry.
that people don't need to know.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
what I'm selling
Especially through the lens of the Golden Corral brand.
Yeah.
We're really here trying to lift up veterans and gay people.
Yeah.
That's what we do at Golden Corral. But
Yeah,
also, whenever God in the Bible said, "Don't worship the golden calf," He was talking about Golden Corral. And He said, "Don't worship the golden calf." Don't. Anyways, let's pick.
Where'd that bit come from? What's
I
that?
just riffed it in the
Middle
car.
school?
No.
Did you believe in God until
I
last
still
year?
believe in God, but like in a different kind of way. Where,
What would it take for you to not believe in God?
well, I don't know. Sometimes I think we're in the Matrix. Sometimes I believe in the moon. Sometimes I believe in like there's like 8 billion dimensions. So I feel like there has to be a higher power, because
Yeah.
how did everything happen? But are you atheist or agnostic? You're not agnostic.
I lean atheist, but I would say agnostic, because there's always a chance that everything is
Is all bullshit.
as it is written.
Do you think we're in
There is a chance that it could be as it is written, as it was
Yeah.
foretold.
like in the Bible, like prophecies?
Exactly.
No,
Yes.
we're okay.
Jeremiah.
You were just talking about astrology signs.
Yeah.
What's crazy right now? We're
And if you
entering.
believe in astrology, I didn't give up on you. I just was like, I don't really believe in that shit. I
What's
don't
your
believe in
sign?
nothing.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Leo. Okay, let's look up personality traits of a Leo. Let me
Uh,
ask ChatGPT too. Okay. What's your birthday?
that's confidential.
Okay.
July 29th.
Okay.
I don't want to say the
Personality
year.
traits of a Leo born July 28th?
29th. Ah, now everybody knows.
What are personality traits of a Leo born in July 29th? Okay. Let's see. A Leo born July 29th. Core Leo traits. Confident and charismatic. We're charismatic. And maybe you're confident in being unconfident.
That could be, that
Yeah.
could be where my confidence is, but
Creative and expressive. You're very expressive and very creative.
oh,
Loyal and protective. You're loyal to your friends and protective of your friends.
of Martin, my cat, I protect him.
And
Yeah.
all your friends.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sure.
You're ambitious and driven. You are ambitious.
All right.
You are driven. Warm-hearted and generous. You bought me pizza last night.
Every single one of those qualities could apply to almost everyone
Yeah.
you talk to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Every single person wants to think that they're
Well, okay.
ambitious and generous and warm and
Okay,
creative.
wait. Well, this one says
Yeah.
specific flavors.
Okay.
Dramatic flair. Strong moral code.
Uh,
Emotionally deep.
I think Donald Trump is all those things.
Mm.
Yeah, he's got a strong moral flair.
You think he's emotionally deep?
Oh yeah.
Like if you were to,
Yeah.
like break the window or not window, take down the
Break the window
veil,
of consciousness.
the veil. What would you talk to him about? Like, what do you think makes him?
I would never want. I don't know. I would
Never
never
want-
want to get too close to the sun. I would never want to.
I would never. It's like touching like, the ark. The Ark of the
speaking
Covenant.
of golden calf, like that's what I'd be turned into.
Oh.
Like if Zeus, if you actually see Zeus, then you turn into a calf.
Yeah.
Isn't that the legend?
Is that true? I feel like
Isn't that where the golden?
Jonathan says no. He knows esoteric knowledge. But no, it's you like the Ark of the Covenant. Like you touch him and then you like turn into a cow.
Yeah, I thought there was a story where Zeus reveals himself and transubstantiates a person or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
they're all
either.
the same. All these
I
legends bleed into each other.
I do want to read about I do want to read the Bible. Did you grew up Christian?
Yeah,
How
I had to
long
read
did-
the Bible
How long did you stay with that?
until I was about 13. But then I went to
13. You must have
Catholic
been.
school.
you were
I
jaded.
went to a Jesuit private high school in Chicago,
Oh,
outside of Chicago, called Loyola Academy.
Did they like
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
I remember you told me a story about you would
I have
make
friends.
your mom like play Butthole Surfers on the way to school, but it was that one really weird sounding song.
Oh yeah, I did. Of course, yeah. I like 13 going on 30. I think it was. No,
Well, that
I'm 23 going on 24.
yeah, that's me.
I have this problem.
I got a little problem.
Well,
Well,
anxiety.
when was the first
It was
time?
like I don't know. I don't want to recreate it.
Yeah.
I'm 22 going on 25.
Oh, wait, what do
I
you do?
have these bad dreams,
Are you
and then I just put endings on them.
channeling
so
your?
that the dream.
your
it's
child
the,
is
that's
saying
the Butthole Surfer song.
Oh.
It's just I keep having these dreams. And the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. And I can't. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a real thing. It's a real.
No, it is a real thing.
It's confusing. We cut it. It's
No.
It's good food. It's,
No, yeah. So that's cool. So when was your first time having depression?
I don't know. I'm like a little kid, like 7 or 8. I don't know.
I feel like
My dad died when I was 6 months old, so I was probably depressed about that.
Yeah, do you think subconsciously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that does make sense.
Mm.
So yeah, because you're born into things as soon as you're put out that pussy, you're just like as a kid you're taking in shit symbols and looking at shit, and you're like, where is the male figure? But are you? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Like is
3
it all-
brothers and 3 sisters, all older.
Yeah. So that sounds like a balanced household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had some good times.
Yeah.
Big house. I don't know how my mom kept it all together.
Yeah. Right. What did she do for a living?
She became a nurse.
Oh.
And She did that for like 35 years until she was like 70.
That's cool.
After I was born. But when I was born, she had like no skills. She had a high school education,
Yeah.
and then my dad died, and she had to like put herself through nursing school while raising the 7 kids, youngest of whom was me at 6 months old.
So were you by yourself a lot?
No, not in a house with 7 other people. And my grandma also lived with us too. So we had a big house.
I think you're looking at me like you're squinting.
I'm mad.
You're
so mad.
So fucking mad. So fucking mad.
Pissing me off.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to talk about?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not pissed off.
Okay.
I was just kidding about that idea.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think you have autism?
Probably. I've never been diagnosed. Maybe all the weed or something induced the autism. Maybe that's what they're not telling you.
Yeah.
Is that if you smoke weed, it makes you autistic. I think
Yeah.
that does happen.
No.
I think people are saying.
Yeah. Because it makes
say
you. It makes me paranoid.
Anything a person says on a podcast has to be true.
Especially the Golden Corral podcast.
Yeah, whatever we say is totally true.
Whatever we say is totally true. So
yeah, don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
Just believe in it.
Don't ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Just listen to good old Bob and Mackenzie.
Because nothing's like real intelligence. No artificial intelligence.
Do you like AI?
I don't know it that well.
Yeah. I'll talk to ChatGPT, honestly.
Have you ever been tempted to get an AI boyfriend?
No.
No.
No. No way. I don't know, but like if I was really, really alone, I know some people have those, but sometimes people also do the VR anime girlfriends too.
Yeah.
Where you have a long distance girlfriend, but you're both in like an anime costume or something.
I had an idea about instead of having you could get all your food if you email your meal. That was my Shark Tank idea of email your meal.
For where?
For work and play or just whatever your like nutrition. You click to email your meal and then you photo water and then you're not thirsty anymore and it's all online.
Yeah.
Everything's
nothing's tangible.
Yeah, on the net. Yeah. On the internet.
And that way it cuts out the equation of actually eating.
Yeah. But if they can figure out a way to feed you
with content.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Dude, that would be so
He's
cool.
On the phone
if we could replace
producers on the phone.
On the phone.
He's talking to ABC News about our idea of email your meal.
No, you didn't even have to hang up. But listen, no, he was trying to steal the idea. Eating food through content instead of eating food.
Feeding you content instead of food.
Would you do Neuralink when Neuralink comes out?
If it would keep me alive and I didn't have to work anymore, I bet that would be cool.
Just be like a vegetable.
Whatever it takes to not have to do any work.
Yeah. And just have a tube feeding you and then you're just looking at Pepsi commercials.
Yeah.
In your
thumbs
mind.
up, thumbs down.
Yeah. Blink once for if you liked this video, and then blink twice if you didn't like this video.
Yeah.
Neuralink will be scary.
Yeah. Yeah. But, it'll just be like a shock collar that'll force you to do the thing they want you to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't move without being okay, now turn your attention to what you have to do.
Did you see the episode, the newest season of Black Mirror?
No.
Rashida Jones she was about to die, and her husband got her a Neuralink. But what happened is she would shut down because they put her brain behind a paywall. So if you have Neuralink, they in the Black Mirror episode, if you're in different zones and if it's out of the location reach, if you didn't pay for another state, they're on a road trip and then she just shut down.
Oh, so you're only alive for as long as you're paying for it?
Yeah. So that's basically, she was about to die, and then they gave her a Neuralink, and that saved her. But then it was like in Truman Show where she's like, hot cocoa, and then Jim Carrey's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She was just quoting ads.
Her life was replaced by ads, so she
her brain
became like a content puppet.
Yeah. So I think that's
like a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Like your show.
Yeah. No. Okay, I think Golden Corral podcast has the potential to lead the revolution.
Toward what? A new constitutional convention?
Towards platforming?
I think Benjamin Franklin would have said.
Yeah.
We're onto something.
We're on
to something.
Benjamin.
I think.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're onto something, man.
I'd
Oh,
see what
whatever.
you're reaching
Who flies
for.
fucking kites, dude?
Fucking cool guys with
Fucking
glasses.
cool guys.
Bifocals. Who invents bifocals? I don't know.
I don't
Somebody
know.
brilliant. I don't know.
Somebody brilliant. Somebody
Yeah.
brilliant. Who the fuck
Yeah.
even uses the light bulb anymore?
That's Edison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edison. Ugh.
That guy
That
stole all his ideas.
Did he really?
Creep.
Yeah, what a fucking
What a
creep.
creep.
Yeah.
Man,
I
not
saw-
even brilliant.
Do you like Good Will Hunting?
No. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like Robin Williams in that movie.
Yeah. Do you like when Robin Williams died? No, you didn't. I don't know why I said that. That's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
Well,
that was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, if he chose it himself, right?
He did it the way he
Like
lived
he
his
wanted.
life exactly how
In
he wanted.
Australia, they
Yeah.
have tubes where you can kill yourself now, like in Futurama.
You kill yourself in a tube?
Yeah, they have suicide machines in Australia now,
Yeah.
like in Futurama.
I was trying to think of how the Born to Run Bruce Springsteen song goes. Like, it's suicide machines.
Yeah.
You're in your grit. Strap your hips around my velvet something.
Cream.
And suicide machines.
Machines. They kill your big dreams.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you will.
Why would they do that in Australia? It's so great to live there.
Well, because they're actually progressive there, and they know if you don't want to live, you should be able to euthanize yourself, right? I mean, I wouldn't personally. I think
seems like it's a passing thing, you know? It seems like you gotta like go through like at least like a like talk to a therapist before
First.
talk to your therapist before you kill yourself.
Yeah, before you try
before
suicide.
you make this choice,
Here are
talk
the-
to your
here are the
therapist.
side effects
Make
of
sure it's the
suicide.
right choice for
Eternal
you.
blackness.
Eternal blackness and
It's a
death.
suicide. Yeah, the
It's-
side effects of suicide.
Include death.
Consult your family and friends to see if suicide is right for you.
Yeah, I love a pharmaceutical ad that mentions death as a side effect.
Yeah.
It does happen in a few ads.
Death.
Like side effects could include congestion, heart failure, death.
Yeah.
Like,
Rabies.
oh, yeah.
Holes in your ass.
Yeah.
No, what's it called? Fucking AIDS? No.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Anyways, would you ever do Ozempic? You don't need it. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, damn, you're right. I need to do Ozempic. Why would it come to mind? Oh, my boyfriend's always calling me fat.
No, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, can you tell the story about you shit yourself?
No.
Oh no, please.
I don't
Because
want-
I've told you.
Metaphorically.
I've told
it
you-
wasn't real.
it was
It
metaphorically shit
yeah.
in the bed.
But yeah.
Metaphor, but I've always told you to
I
do
would
it as a
never.
bit.
What?
I've always told you to do it as a bit.
Yeah. I did it.
I won't interrupt you. Tell the story.
Okay. It was well, I used to watch movies with my ex, Greg. We would watch movies together for years and years. We lived together for 10, we dated for 10 years. So we had a shorthand when we were watching movies together on TV. And I would always just like, you know, we had like timing and would narrate shows like Mystery Science Theater 3000 style, where like we'd be watching something, it'd be funny. That was one of our favorite shows to watch together or whatever. But I'm not with Greg anymore. I'm with Andy. And I'm dating Andy. This was like 6 months into us dating each other. And we're watching this movie called Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, which is a movie I really like with Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell. And they're two ladies in Great Depression times who are trying to like make the most of themselves and like get all the money they can from these men who are just throwing jewels and furs and wealth and riches at them because they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
But how'd they get there? But being like, a little, like you got to do that to all sorts of dudes. All they, in this movie, Marilyn Monroe's on a boat, and her fiance is in New York and City and not there. And while the cat's away, I guess the mice will play, they say. And there's a man who wants to give her this tiara, or she's in love with this tiara that's this guy just bought, and so she flirts with him and seduces him, and then he gives her the tiara, and that's where the story is, that's where the plot thickens, because then surprise, the dude that she's fianced to has been spying on her and to make sure she doesn't cheat while she's on this overseas trip. And and the spy tips him off, and then he's there in the picture when they get to Europe, and so she's busted red-handed for cheating, and there's no way she can deny it, and in the movie she says like, it's men like you who've made me the way I am, and like he's mad at her, but you know what, I should be mad at you because it's men like you who've made me the way I am. And I was like, right, Greg? But I was talking to Andy. I said, right, Greg, when we're watching the movie, and then Andy was like,
oh shit,
and I also shit my pants.
Okay, what the hell?
Yeah,
that was the longest tangent in the world. I'm like, you're avoiding the story.
Metaphorically, I shit my pants.
Oh,
that's not a good story.
No, it's not a good story.
No.
We don't have to do it. Not at Golden Corral. Not at Golden Corral, especially because
you don't want to talk about shitting your pants.
This is the official podcast of Golden Corral.
I would never.
So personally, as the representative, we try to stay away from stories like
I've only
that.
done it
So thank you for not
just
delving.
imagine, don't actually do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm embarrassed.
No, that's fine.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Well, what's
use that as a clip, like a sound drop. Now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
For future episodes.
All I wrote down was, I didn't write down anything actually. I think there's one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know what. How's your experience in comedy? You've been doing it for
too long. Yeah.
8 years, 9 years?
No, 13.
13 years.
Yeah.
How's the scene changed in Houston?
For the better or worse.
Yeah.
It's changed for better or worse.
Do you? Either way.
There's things about it that are better,
Yeah.
but there's stuff about it that's a lot worse. And but that's across the country. It's just I don't know.
What do you mean? It's like, I mean, I think
I started before Trump. I started before the Trump years.
Do you think
and now it's really sort of like born into the whole vibe?
Okay, so you think that like the political climate changes, like not freedom of speech, but like the kind of culture?
Yeah, it changes. The audience was more receptive to out there ideas that are just meant to be silly and funny and like different, special, and unique.
They're receptive now.
No, they're receptive, but also like they're expecting Kill Tony, and there's a reason why Joe Rogan and Kill Tony are the most popular, famous names in the biz right now, because that's the expectation of the audience. That's what the audience pays for and wants.
They have like influence,
and, and they're like the leaders right now. But like when I started comedy, it was more like wacky weirdos, like the Maria Bamford and Patton Oswalt, like true team.
We got wacky weirdos.
Yeah, but they're not like social justice, like Carlin. I don't know. Like
I think
there's not like a Bill Hicks social conscience is
there totally
is frowned upon. You're not supposed to say what you actually feel about things.
Well, I do, and I do that, and that's why for better and worse. Like but I think that when I talk, I'm trying to talk about something kind of meaningful and I think live comedy helps people navigate.
I just like when I started comedy, it seemed like okay, everybody wants the baseline assumptions for the audience. A couple of them that you want the world to be less racist, is what a baseline assumption was.
But I mean,
when I started, and now there's people who want the world to be more racist.
Well, I don't I don't see that every day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think, but also sometimes talking about race and even like the roast battles, doing everybody punching down on each other actually levels the playing fields, I think. So I think that, we're like in a place where humans, I think we're having like a class consciousness, like spiritual awakening. And I think a lot of people are, choosing love and people are respectful. Because I mean, who's disrespectful in the scene? Everybody, even if like you're gay and shit like that, I get called a twink and bi all the time, but everybody's still respectful.
I don't know. I'm tired of calling attention to me being gay. I'm too old to be as gay as I am on stage.
No. How come you're not the change that you want to see? But you are though, because I remember when you're doing the funniest person competition, you made it to round 2, and you had a great set, but then you spent your last minute actually talking real politics. And I'm like, I commended you for that, because I was like, well, well,
it didn't get me very far.
You didn't advance, But you still had that platform.
Yeah. Well, I just thought the joke was funny. I was like, here's my impression of people a year from now, talking about what did I say? It was just like here's my impression of two people talking a year from now. Hey, how you doing? Other person, can't complain. Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Not allowed. Yeah, not in Kamala's America. Not because Kamala was elected. We're not allowed to complain anymore.
Yeah.
It's too woke.
It's too woke.
That was my nightmare.
Yeah.
Like a year ago, the world would be too woke.
I get well, and that's not even the worst when you know what woke means. But
I don't know. It doesn't mean anything.
Woke is not bad. Like woke is meant to,
woke is Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now woke is like on the right leaning. They'll use woke as an insult, or it's like
kill you.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're like
cut
woke.
The funding. It's too woke."
Yeah, oh yeah, you're woke. Yeah, we don't want our kids learning.
You don't need your criticism.
Yeah, you don't want.
You lost the election.
We don't want our kids doing history class or science class because that's woke. I no art either, or math even, because why? Yeah, cut the funding, cut the school funding. That's
not
woke.
the country that my
education
grandfather
is woke.
fought for. My grandfather didn't
or you
die
fought
for this.
For it. I mean, you fought for it too.
My grandfather didn't fight for shit.
Bro, my grandfather wasn't even a fucking activist.
My grandfather was a pussy.
He didn't fight for fucking shit.
He didn't do half the shit.
He didn't have any. He didn't even have a good brand.
Yeah.
He didn't have a cause. He was just like fucking. He did. I would enlist in the military for the $2,000 a month for the rest of my life. I thought about it.
$2,000 a month?
Yeah, if you do it for 4 years, then you get $2,000 a month the rest of your life. But I've never done it though. But I
didn't get $2,000 a month for the rest of my life.
Okay, why?
What?
Did you do 4 years?
I did like 2.5.
Oh, okay, that's why. You gotta do the 4.
Yeah,
so
no, I did 3.
Yeah, you're not valid.
I did not quite 3, but I was held over for like I signed up for 2.
Yeah.
And then I was deployed, and I was held over for like about 8 months past my deployment.
Yeah.
And then I was let go before my 3 years or so. But
yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you got that sign-on bonus.
Yeah. I think they give people $2,000 a month if you make it through 4 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I should have done 4 years.
Your trajectory might have changed. You might be.
Yeah. I'd be living off of that. I'd just work at a goddamn juice bar. Juice bar.
Yeah, for
whatever.
Juice cleanses.
Just
you get the juice cleanses.
Nothing but serve juice.
He serves juice. Yeah.
$2,000 a month plus $1,000 a month pay for my juice job.
Yeah.
You're living pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm
just
still struggling, but still
milking the oranges, making good blends, and you got a bunch of anyways. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are a lot of rich people who just work jobs like that. Just feel like
for fun.
Yeah.
I think if I had a bunch of money, I would go do something.
Yeah. If you never had to work at all, would you still just work at a Golden Corral?
Oh, I would still want to do the podcast here. I wouldn't want to work here. Well, I work for Golden Corral Corp. Wow. I'm a corporate representative. So basically, I take care of the brand. I do the branding for Golden Corral.
Okay.
So I work at them or some kind of capacity.
All right. Well, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Hey, cheers. Cheers, brother, man.
You want to hear an army story?
Yeah.
When we were
40? Oh, I was on the dot.
We were back from Iraq, and I was on the first wave of soldiers sent back, because they sent back the people who were stop loss past their enlistment date first. So I was one of the, after mission accomplished, I was one of the first soldiers from 101st Airborne Division to be allowed the pleasure of leaving the Army. When I got back, it was like most of the soldiers were overseas still, so it was like empty barracks everywhere, and all I had to do for the 2 weeks of out, it was just sign out, just show up to formation every day at 6 a.m. and then go back to sleep. They had no work for us. There was nothing for us to do. Everything was taken care of for for the time.
The war was over.
They're well, for me, my enlistment was over, and there's just
But they just had to keep you for
they had no busy work for us, and they're like, okay, you served your time, you're over there.
Huh.
Yeah, just just show up for the formation, and then.
What'd you get up to with all time to kill?
Got drunk a lot.
Oh yeah. Did they give you alcohol there, or could you buy it?
No, I bought some rum this one night. I bought Captain Morgan rum, and then me and a couple other dudes went over to a Hooters. And,
You love that.
And I'd already been
Did you
drinking
have to
rum.
pretend to be straight? Where you were like, wow,
At that
look
point,
at
I
those
wasn't even
fucking
sure what I
rockers.
was. At that point, I really wasn't even sure what I was,
Oh yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd had a couple minor gay experiences, but
So you just kind of.
I was in the army, and it's kind of like a homophobic time and place. 2004.
Yeah. What made it? What made
like-
it so? That's okay. That's when in comedy movies they love to say faggot.
Yeah, well, don't say that. Don't
Well,
say
I can because I've taken dick.
that. Okay.
But
Don't say dick. Don't say dick.
Okay.
Alright.
No, you're right.
Yeah, this is for Golden Corral.
This is for Golden
TV.
Corral.
Yeah. But they, what was I talking about? The war, the army.
Yeah.
Coming back, going to Hooters.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
eat wings?
I don't know. And then, but I continued getting drunk, and then I blacked out at one point, and apparently I was like
Sucking dick. Oh my
wandering into the wrong rooms in the barracks, and got kicked out. And it was kicked out of somebody's room.
god. Oh shit.
Not for trying to do anything. I was just like, where's my room? I couldn't find my room. I was like, where's my room? And nobody would show me where my room was. And they were like, fuck off. And then then I went and I threw up in like 3 different urinals.
Oh my
Not in
god.
just one. I threw up in, bleh, and then I moved to the
Oh my
next one.
God.
Bleh, bleh. And then I fell asleep outside while it was raining. And at 6 a.m. I woke up like in the grass while there were a bunch of soldiers like in formation. And it's like, I'm assuming you're the one who threw up in 3 different urinals.
Wow.
And I'm assuming you're the one who's responsible for the mess ups here. So that's going to be your job for the day is to clean up all that.
Wow.
And nobody else is going to touch your puke.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like,
Okay, because 3 urinals.
but
Like,
like,
'cause the first one you thought you were
any
done
other
the first time,
time?
and you get a false alarm. You're like, I finished. Oh no! And then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done now. And
yeah,
then
but
you
the
walk away.
hangover too, that was a rough day. That
Yeah.
was but it
But
was
you didn't get sleep either.
that was surreal to wake up and have like soldiers all dressed and like
Oh my god.
like and to be just covered in puke.
Oh,
Like my
no.
own, like I'm the obviously bullshit.
Yeah.
Obviously the only one covered in puke who's
Yeah.
the main suspect for the puke bomb up in the
We
bathroom.
saw him stumbling around at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Just stumbling around. Where's
Yeah. But it's about as much trouble as I got in the army.
So you didn't get dishonorably
No,
discharged.
I just
That was some
kept my-
dishonorable discharge,
Mm.
if I might say.
Yeah, it's not sexual enough to be funny. It's got to be a little sexy to be funny.
Yeah.
Like most things. you have to
Gerard
be
Way
horny to
likes
laugh.
puke.
What?
Gerard Way likes puke.
True?
Gerard Way.
I don't know who that is.
My Chemical Romance.
Nah,
He,
I don't like that band.
he likes puke.
Oh, he likes puke? He likes
Yeah.
to get puked on?
Everybody likes everything.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, the
Famous
yeah.
people like everything. Anybody famous has been through it all.
Every
Famous person has had,
Will
like, every
Will
kind of
Loden told me this. He said
Yeah.
once you reach a threshold of rich, you can't have normal sex anymore. And that's why when you have so much money, you can't have normal sex because you have to make it
And
depraved.
who would know better than Will Loden?
Well, he doesn't have money, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he has no money.
But it's a good point. It's a good point because you hear
Yeah.
these disgusting stories. Yeah, eyes wide shut type shit.
Yeah.
Not a big giant orgy, but like the
Are
Golden
you
Tea Party.
disappointed in Ashton Kutcher?
What did he do?
Leave the country so they wouldn't get busted?
For what?
P. Diddy's problems?
Ashton Kutcher wasn't related
I think
to
he
that?
might be implicated or something. I don't know anything.
I thought Ashton Kutcher. I've seen
I
him in
shouldn't bring it up.
I've seen him on Capitol Hill before fighting. He's like an activist.
I don't know what he is. He's like also like a proprietor of some like computer billions. He's
Was
he's
he like
like
a pimp for?
he's like just as big in whatever business world is.
Huh?
Like
No,
as he was in the acting in 2000s.
Yeah.
He's got but
Oh boy, he
didn't he leave the country?
Did he? Besides ChatGPT,
Look it up. Look it
did
up.
Ashton
look it up.
Kutcher scheme with Diddy? Why did Ashton Kutcher leave? Okay. Why did Ashton Kutcher leave the country?
Because his co-star
He killed
couldn't get
Danny
to the other side. I don't know.
Oh wait,
But
or was it Danny Masters that
Danny
left?
Masterson is like in jail now
Oh,
for like
okay.
25 years or something.
Ashton Kutcher. They were considering relocating. Okay, they're in Los Angeles now.
Okay.
No, he never left the country.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Where would I have heard that?
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he was associate. Ellen?
Ellen left
wonder
the
why.
country. Oh.
But no, she left Yeah, he was noted for he used to work with Diddy or something. Yeah. But did you hear the this is gonna be like weird. But do you remember do you remember in the Oscars when Ellen was hosting it and she was doing that bit on stage where she was taking pizza orders and then it was fucking who's the guy from Baby Driver?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey ordered a pizza, and then there was another Hollywood pedophile that ordered and then Harvey Weinstein. She was taking pizza orders, and then it was and then Kevin Spacey. Yeah, she was giving pizza, and then Kevin Spacey took a pizza, and Harvey Weinstein took a pizza. That was before Pizzagate came out, but like, isn't that so weird? I don't know anything about.
That was like the.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't know anything about Pizzagate, but that is crazy on public TV.
When Russell Brand was.
Yeah.
Indicted, I think, for sex crimes or something.
Yeah, he's in big trouble. And now he's a big Christian man.
Yeah.
Now he's a. Oh.
On Saturday Night Live, they cut to like.
Christian.
On Saturday Night Live, they cut to like. This looks even worse than it used to now with Russell Brand going, "Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Brown."
Yeah.
He was hosting Saturday Night Live, and Chris Brown was the musical guest.
Wow.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny the way that these.
I like Saturday Night Live.
I like it. You've been watching it recently? They just ended this season.
Yeah, I watch it every week.
Yeah, my parents do too. They love Weekend Update.
I love Michael Che.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Sarah Sherman.
Yeah, I like Andrew Dismukes.
And then you like, you've seen him in Austin before, right?
Yeah, we briefly knew each other.
Yeah. I remember you told me that you knew he was, as soon as you saw him.
The first time I saw him, I was like, oh, he's awesome.
You said you knew
headline.
He was gonna go.
A week after he started comedy, he was like, I was friends with the people who started him in comedy. Andrew Clarkston and Zach Eaton and Justin Massengale.
Yeah.
And we're all in a little group, like Kent Juliff, called the Gross Lonely Boys.
Oh yeah.
And they went on a little comedy tour called Gross Lonely Boys.
Gross Lonely Boys, yeah.
In 2015.
I always wanted to do a tour.
Mark Urbano was also in there.
I want to do a tour called the Avoiding Allegations tour.
Huh?
It's a little gross. It's kind of on that same wavelength.
Yeah, Martin Urbano had the Apology Comeback special.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Check it out if you haven't seen that on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's an Apology Comeback special. It's a funny. Special.
We should tell the story about me and you went to Lafayette, and we were doing a show called Stone Drunk Sober, and I was on Team Sober because I fell down my stairs a week before and I cracked open. I got a concussion. I cracked open my chin. So I was on Team Sober. You were on Team Drunk.
Yeah.
And you were so fucked up going on stage. Bob ended up winning, by the way. But you went up and you were so plastered, and it was like an old white crowd, and none of them were fucking with you. But you were like, "Yeah, you don't like gay? Well, I'm a fucking veteran, so yeah, you have to like me now. You have to like me now." He said, "Yeah, any veterans? Any veterans in the building?" And then one lady,
and then one of these like, "You bitch."
Somebody
screamed at me, "You bitch."
Somebody, yeah, she went, not even you, bitch, just bitch. But you were like, any veterans in here? And one lady went, "I'm a first responder," and then you went, "Fuck you, first responder."
No. The one who screamed at me, bitch, was like, "What'd you do in the war?" She said, "First responder." I'm like, "Oh, that's so appropriate, bitch."
No,
because she was
no.
first responder.
You said.
I thought of it as a comeback.
You said, "Fuck you."
I wouldn't say "fuck you,
bitch."
first responders.
I have it on my phone.
Did I say "fuck you, all first responders"? Fuck
I said,
you.
"Fuck no, just you, first responder,
just
bitch." Yeah, but that got a huge laugh.
I forget what happened. That was drunk.
We could play it.
I don't want to play
okay,
it.
that's fine.
Want to play
we don't have to play
it.
It
was sad.
No,
it was very sad.
It was the best night. It was so funny, and then you won, and then
I was not invited back.
Yeah, and that's
like, they're gonna break tradition and not invite the winner back because the winner was so bad.
Because they invite all of for the Lafayette Comedy Festival, they invite all the champions of Stone Drunk Sober, but they didn't invite you.
Yeah.
All the champions, but not you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh.
Yeah. I should have told you that. You wouldn't even know if I didn't say it.
Yeah, I know. I don't care.
I know.
For that festival?
Yeah.
Yeah, of the year?
For the Lafayette, it's in September. I'm gonna try and go. I would like to go do photography and shit. But I'm actually going back to. I'm gonna do Stone Drunk Sober again in July if you want to come.
I don't think I want to.
That's fine. Because I chose Team Drunk, so I'm gonna get plastered.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So. I don't want to choose Team Hang Out and Watch.
Yeah.
And not be on the show.
Yeah, I know, right?
That seems like not that fun.
Yeah, I'll have to ask
Like,
Leo if he'll do that. You want to come watch me get fucked up,
yeah,
and then
it's
drag
like,
me home?
oh,
And
no.
then...
No, drive me for 3 hours there and back.
Yeah,
3 hours there,
yeah.
3 hours back.
I'm gonna get plastered on the way
Yeah,
there.
I'll get
probably.
drunk.
Yeah, I'll get drunk and then you'll drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good time. Should we talk about anything else? Like, I don't know, what's a way that you feel if you could say a message to the world through the lens of the Golden Corral podcast, through the brand of Golden Corral and the podcast and all the future, like how do you feel currently right now in 2025 and what do you want to say to all of humanity if you could?
I don't know. What good is it all anyway? Yeah.
That's so nihilistic.
Yeah. We were talking about Frederick Douglass earlier.
Who's that guy? Who's that? He was like a Civil War guy?
It's never going to get better. That's what I'll say. It's never going to get better. Nothing's ever going to change.
Okay.
And no one's ever going to be happy.
Well,
so just if you're happy at all,
good for you.
That's good. Yeah, you made it. You're better off than most. And so just keep it while you have it. Don't let go. Hold on loosely. 38 special.
38 special.
Yeah, hold on loosely. If you cling too tightly, you're going to lose control.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
don't never forget.
Don't ever forget.
Don't never forget.
Don't never forget.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget the things that
you
can't even control or never forget or forget never and.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying Frederick Douglass. I don't think he died with a lot of hope. I think he saw a lot of what he fought for be subverted and turned around and.
Was he? He was in World War II. He was Civil War.
He saw the South really win the Civil War.
Yeah, he was Civil War. Okay. I think I know this guy. Yeah. I think I know this guy briefly. Oh, do you want to show them your drawings first before we go? Leave on some drawings to keep it on a positive note.
Okay.
So guys, if you're here listening to the audio, Bob is
V is for victory.
Showing us. Yeah.
That's the house where the vampire lives. There's Ulysses Grant having a beer, like secretly drinking. He's not supposed to be drinking, but he's like, I gotta have a drink. There's Grant going through more shit, and it's like, how much is this person supposed to take? Yeah, like a little.
How much is a person supposed to take?
There's a cat. It says, there's Ulysses Grant again sitting at his desk going, I love my job. I love my job. It's great. There's a bird.
Bird.
A cat in a chair telling a story about a bird. It's like Moby Dick. I was reading Moby Dick, but I was thinking about my cat maybe being like, here's the story of the. That didn't happen, Martin. You're a liar. There's Grant again after all the people he killed. The spirits of there's more spirits screaming and pain. Email your meal. That was my first idea.
Email your meal.
Yeah.
Special document.
This is a podcast recording the basics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Did we need that today or?
Use the proper equipment, warm up, prepare mic use, and be a star.
Oh, wait. Which one is this? Oh, this is a new.
Guys, that's terrible. Fucking dog there.
I do like your style.
It's pre-approved tomfoolery. All these jokes are gonna work because they're pre-approved.
Pre-approved tomfoolery. And silly goosing around.
J. Edgar Hoover's Lost Dream. Some scary music with.
Yeah.
There's the cat on a chair again.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
Xi Jinping, the General Secretary of the Communist Party in China.
Do you like him?
Great guy. Yeah, kind of a tough cookie.
Tough cookie.
Super intelligent, very smart.
Tough fortune cookie.
Yeah, stop it, man. Good. And this is my yearbook with all the comics.
I signed that yesterday. I put my Instagram in there just in case somebody wanted to follow it.
Yeah, follow me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And read my Instagram.
On Instagram, Boring Old Bob, and then also Artsy Bob or Pencil Blobs.
Pencil Blobs. Some drawings. It says, I'm gay, but I wear regular clothes.
You wear men clothes because it has AC/DC.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the first episode, guys, of the Golden Corral podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we're going to be back next week, and we have Serena Moon coming next week, and she is a big conspiracy theorist and spiritual guru, so we'll be talking to her, trying to crack the code to the universe. And guys, this is Mackenzie Jewell from Golden Corral Corporate signing out. And thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you, Bob. I love you. This is one of my best
let's make
friends,
a deal. Let's
even
make
though
a
he's
deal.
my parents' age.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you guys.
Wow.
Go.
I'm gonna eat this chicken.
Yeah, I'm done.